Dinnie in. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast. Yes, welcome to yet another episode of Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast in which I try to get my stuff together. And welcome to another episode at the peak of excellence in Chesapeake, Virginia, at my still messy desk. I must work on this so that I can get a better intro. But yes, welcome one and all to Dinnie and Virginnie, the podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about markets. So the reason why I want to talk about markets on today's episode is that recently I went to a new market that opened in Portsmouth, Virginia, on High Street called the Bloom Market. So it was opened by Bloom Co-working Space so that there would be a local marketplace for the local 757 artisans. Is that what you call them? Vendors to apply to have like a space to sell their things, which is what I really want for Chesapeake. I really want a space for vendors, artists, craftsmen, people who sell physical products, services, I don't know, just to come together, just to be able to have a spot to sell their things. So I was very happy when I found out Portsmouth was doing this. So I'm hoping in the near future I can find the same thing in the great city of Chesapeake, the peak of excellence, which I know we already have like a couple of markets. I just need to explore more. So that's my bad. But yeah, markets. Markets are a very viable option when you are wondering for something to do, but you don't necessarily have something to do. So markets are not limited to one type of thing. For me, when I think of markets, I typically think of farmers markets, right? And that is a viable option. That is a very good option. That is up and coming. The season for farmers markets is going to be crazy coming up soon because we're finally officially in spring. So the weather is only going to get nicer and nicer and nicer. So there's going to be way more markets happening outside than has been happening over the past few months because it's been cold, rainy, wet. It's still really rainy and windy right now. So the outdoorsy stuff is not quite on and popping yet, but within the next couple of months, I know for a fact it's going to ramp all the way up and you're going to have so many more options for markets to go to. So yeah, farmers markets are a good option. There are storefront markets such as the Bloom Market that I went to in Portsmouth. That was cool. And antique markets, potentially. I think market is just a broad term. Flea markets, I don't actually know if flea markets are still like a major thing. I know they were major in the past, and I know some still do exist. But a lot of times I'll see an area that says flea market, but it looks completely abandoned. So I'm not too sure how viable flea markets is. It probably just depends on where you live. I live in the 757, so I don't see them like that. But I haven't been actively looking. So this is actually just a reminder for myself as well that markets are a viable option if you're looking for something to do, someplace to go in the great state of Virginia. So let me know, what type of markets do you like to go to, or have you ever been to a market, whether that be a farmer's market, a flea market, or an indoor market. It's just a place with a lot of different vendors selling various things. Like, for example, at the Bloom Market in Portsmouth, Virginia, they were selling sneakers, lotions, body mist, bonnets, chairs, candles, dragons, all types of things. Oh yeah, that's really why I wanted to talk about markets, is because you can find, since it's such a hodgepodge of items, you can find things that you didn't even intend to look for. One of those examples that I found at the Bloom Market is, shout outs to Jacob Schools, because I got, y'all can't see the dragon head back there, but I got this cool dude from the Bloom Market. Can you see that? Can you see him? Look at him. Look how cool he is. I got this cool dude from the Bloom Market in Portsmouth, Virginia, because Jacob Schools has a bunch of 3D printed dragons. And like, look how cool that is. And so to me, it really stuck out because I'm a bit of a non-traditionalist. I don't know, I'm a little weird. Basically is what I want to say. It's not an insult, I'm just a little weird. And so stuff like this, that got me. I had no intention of getting anything at the market that day, but like I saw this and like was convinced you must leave with me today. So this is just some cool item that I wanted to brag. I just wanted to show off my dragon. Just want to show off the dragon. I really wish you guys could see it like nicer than that, but yeah, you cannot. But yeah, like look how loosey goosey. This is the type of stuff that you can find at the market. It's so cool. So basically, he's been living on the dragon head that I have back there that I already had at home, but as his like kind of like dragon spike. But I think I'm gonna put him back in my car as the ornament on my mirror because he's just like super unique and super cool. And I just wanted to show him off. So yeah, this is the type of stuff that you can find at your local markets. It's so cool. You just never know what you're going to go in there and actually find. But yeah, I mainly just wanted to do this podcast so that I can show him off to you guys because he's really cool and I really like him. So I'm going to put him back in his home now. So yeah, that was one cool item that I found at the Blue Market, and as far as I know, it's still there, and I don't know how long it'll be in there. I believe it's a rotational market, so you're not necessarily going to have the same vendors in there for the entire year. I don't know exactly how it works, but hopefully they are all on rotation, and you'll go in there and you never really know what you're going to find because hopefully the rotation will cause like a bunch of really varied items to be put into the Blue Market. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about market season in general because it's an excuse to get out of the house, breathe some fresh air, and even if it's an indoor market, it's an excuse to like explore your area, your local area. So I understand certain cities might not be as on and popping with the markets or stuff to do as others, but it's like you as long as you have a vehicle or means of transportation, you can transport yourself to where the action is. Fortunately, I live in the 757. I live in Hampton Roads, so there is stuff all around me. So if I can't get it in Chesapeake, I can get it in another of the seven cities, no problem. So I'm not really like I'm not starved for things to do or places to go or markets to visit. There's like stuff all around me, so I'm very thankful, but I do understand that not everyone is in the same situation as me. But I just want to open your eyes to like maybe you were the one who was meant to solve that problem. Maybe someone else out there is like, I really wish there were markets over here. And you have a bunch of junk that you think is junk, but other people would look at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I really wish that I could buy that. And so instead of spring cleaning, as in sending everything to the dump or throwing it away or just giving it to Goodwill, maybe you can start a type of market. Now, I don't know anything about legalities, y'all. I don't know about legalities, so I'm not telling you to do nothing. I am not a finance person. I'm not an accounting person. I'm not a business person. I don't know anything about no legalities, but I'm just saying, maybe you were put here to solve the problem of no markets in your area. So, like, I don't know, contact your city and be like, hey, do we have markets? Is there any way we can start doing that in a certain location? I really got to take my own advice because I know Chesapeake has some businesses have created markets, but the city of Chesapeake itself, I don't know if we have we have a market at Chesapeake City Park, but I feel like that space could be utilized more often. You know, we have all this space. Why not utilize it? So, yeah, markets. They're awesome. They're cool. That's all I really had to say. I just wanted to show off what I got at the last market that I went to be honest. Yeah, you caught me. You caught me. I just wanted to show off a little bit. So, yeah, markets are a viable option. And like I said, they come in different shapes and sizes, and you never fully know what you're going to find. Another thing, I don't know if antique markets, I don't know if that's actually a market or just antiquing. That's something that I have not done, but I actually should do because there are surprisingly quite a few antique shops here in Hampton Roads that I could explore, but I haven't been exploring. So you guys hold me accountable. Remind me, hey, what are you doing at home? Go out there and explore for us so that we can find new cool places as well. Because guys, this is all for you. This is for you to actually start getting out and using your noggin and being like, wait a second, I could do that. I live there. Because yeah, I'm a normal civilian here in the great state of Virginia. I'm a normal Virginian, Virginia Knight, and a Virginia Knight. Okay. So I'm just out here walking about to places that you can easily access yourself if you live in this area. And when I go on tour in the great state of Virginia, I will hit up each and every single city because each and every single city is easily accessible. So why not explore? Why not learn more about your city or explore surrounding cities? You know, you don't have to like go to another state or another country to have a vacation or explore. You can explore your own backyard. Focus on different things. Remember, always be problem solving, you know? Always think about, okay, I feel bored. I want to do something different. I want to break my routine. What can I do? Oh, market just opened. Let's go to the market. Oh, it's a Saturday. There are 5 billion markets happening right now because it's a Saturday. Everybody has markets on Saturdays. That's awesome. Let's go see what vendors are at this market this week because things oftentimes rotate. So it's just cool. Remember, you have options, but you also are your own person. You have your own brain. So let me know, what other things do you guys like to do in the great state of Virginia when you're thinking like, oh, there's nothing to do, I really wish I had something to do, what ideas start coming to your mind of like, oh, I really like doing this, I enjoy bowling, I enjoy doing this, so let me know. And don't forget, you can always go to a market. That's all I really wanted to say. So that's all I had to say for today on today's episode of Dinnie and Virginie, the podcast. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I hope you continue to have a great day here in BA. So until next time, Dinnie out.